Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Truth Report for this week. The classic passage concerning the name of our God, concerning the name of Yahweh, that is given to us in Exodus chapter 3 and verse 15, where Yahweh says this. He says, "This is my name." Yahweh says, "This is my name forever, the name by which I am to be remembered from generation to generation." From generation to generation. That's my memorial name. Now the question is, why isn't he remembered by that name today? The Jews are forbidden to use it by the rabbis. The Gentiles, by and large, have not heard of it. Why is that the case? I think God gives us an answer in the book of Ezekiel. Ezekiel chapter 20, the prophet says in verse 9, "But for the sake of my name," Yahweh, "for the sake of my name, I did what would keep it from being profaned in the eyes of the nations." I did what would keep it from being profaned. He says again in verse 14, for the sake of my name, I did what would keep it from being profaned in the eyes of the nations. Same thing. God did it. Yahweh kept it from being profaned. Verse 22, "But I withheld my hand, and for the sake of my name, I did what would keep it from being profaned in the eyes of the nations." Yahweh did something. He closed it off. So the people didn't know about it. Can you imagine what the late night talk show hosts would do with the name of Yahweh? When the likes of Bill Maher would spend an entire episode blaspheming the name of Yahweh. And so what did God do? He shut it down. And he tells us why. In Ezekiel 36, he says this. He says, "I dispersed them," that is the Jews, "among the nations, and they were scattered through the countries. I judged them according to their conduct and their actions." That's why they were dispersed. That's why they're kicked out of the land, because of their conduct and their actions. "And wherever they went among the nations, they profaned my name." The term "profaned" is used some 5 times in chapter 36. God wants to emphasize a point. The point that his name was profaned by his people. He said, "I had concern," verse 21, "I had concern for my holy name, which the house of Israel profaned among the nations where they had gone. And therefore say to the house of Israel," this is what the sovereign Yahweh says, "It is not for your sake, O house of Israel, not for your sake, that I'm going to do these things, but for the sake of my holy name, which you have profaned among the nations where you have gone. I will show the holiness of my great name, which has been profaned among the nations, the name you profaned among them. Then the nations will know that I am Yahweh, declares the sovereign Yahweh, when I show myself holy through you before their eyes." And then he says something that only a merciful and great God full of grace could say. "I will take you from out of the nations, profaned as you are. I will take you from out of the nations. I will gather you back from the countries and bring you back into your own land." He's done that. 1948, Israel became a nation. They're a nation today. A profaned people brought back into the land. And then he says this, "I will sprinkle clean water on you. You will be clean. I will cleanse you from your impurities and from all your idols. I will give you a new heart and a new spirit within you." That's yet to happen. They're in the land, a profane people in the land, but they've yet to experience a spiritual renewal. Verse 28, "You will live in the land I gave your forefathers. You will be my people, and I will be your God." And he goes on to say in chapter 39 of Ezekiel, verse 7, "I will make known my holy name." I will do it. I will take the initiative. I will make it happen. I will make known my holy name among my people Israel. "I will no longer let my name be profaned, and the nations will know that I am Yahweh, the Holy One in Israel." It is coming. It will surely take place, says the sovereign Yahweh. This is the day I have spoken of. It's going to happen. Matter of fact, he says in Malachi, he says, I will make my name great among the nations, among the Gentiles, from the rising to the setting of the sun. It's coming. It's not here yet. It's coming. And it will surely take place. And that's the truth.
Thank you.